first PCR call, the only person who has been involved in this entire rescue operation, or the first agency to get involved, was the Uttarakhand police. To talk more on this and how the rescue operations are undergoing and what is the steps that are going to be undertaken once the rescue operations finishes, I am being joined by IG Gharwal Range. Sir, thank you so much for giving us your time. आप लोग पहले पीसीआर कॉल से सर अभी तक व्यस्त हैं और आपका काम इनके निकलने के बाद भी ख़त्म नहीं होगा. कैसा रहा ये पिछले 13-14 दिन में और आगे क्या होने वाला है, पुलिस किस तरह से इन्वॉल्व रहने वाली है इस पूरे ऑपरेशन में?
डे 1 से ही हमारी पुलिस टीम जैसे पता चला सुबह से डिप्लॉय कर दिया गया था, ताकि जो रेस्क्यू का काम है, कहाँ से मशीन आनी है, कोऑर्डिनेशन करके ये सब चीज़ें शुरुआत कर दी गई थी. लेकिन जो पहला वाला ऑपरेशन है वो सक्सेस नहीं हुआ. लेकिन फिर उसके बाद जब हायर अथॉरिटीज़ को गए ये सूचनाएँ, राज्य सरकार, केंद्र सरकार, इनके द्वारा कि बेस्ट जो संसाधन हो सकता है उनको यहाँ मुहैया कराया गया. उन सबको कैसे ग्रीन कॉरिडोर के माध्यम से, चिनियाली सोड से या कभी जॉली ग्रांट से हम लोगों ने यहाँ तक पासेज बनाए, ताकि कम समय में बिना किसी रुकावट के वो मशीनें यहाँ पहुँच जाए. और इसके बाद जब इवैक्यूएशन हो जाएगा तो हमारा काम है कि जितने भी ये अंदर फंसे हुए टनल में श्रमिक है उनको यथाशीघ्र हॉस्पिटल तक पहुंचाया जाए. तो वहाँ तक के लिए भी व्यवस्था की गई है. यहाँ एम्बुलेंसेज वगैरह सब मौजूद है. इन सबको एस्कॉर्ट करके वहाँ तक पहुँचाएंगे. जगह जगह पुलिस के डिप्लॉयमेंट कर दिया गया, ताकि विपरीत दिशा से आके या कोई गाड़ी की वजह से, किसी वजह से ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन ना हो. इसलिए ग्रीन कॉरिडोर की व्यवस्था भी हमने डे 1 से ही करके रखा हुआ है यहाँ.
जी सर, कितनी संख्या में पुलिस बल मौजूद होगा जब ये लोग यहाँ से निकलेंगे और चिनियाली सौर तक ले जाया जाएगा? कितनी संख्या में पुलिस बल वहाँ डिप्लॉयड रहेगा सड़क पे यातायात को कंट्रोल करने के लिए?
हमारी जितने भी ये पुलिस है, जैसे आपका पीएसी है, हमारी एक कंपनी पूरी है, एसडीआरएफ के जवान हैं, और मैंने अन्य ज़िलों से भी यहाँ पुलिस फोर्स को नियुक्त किया है अभी. साथ ही यहाँ जनपद के जो संपूर्ण पुलिस बल है वो सब इस व्यवस्था को लगे हैं. जैसे ही ये हो जाएगा कि बाहर निकलना शुरू हो जाएंगे तो हम पूरी व्यवस्था रोड में हम, और जहाँ तक गंतव्य स्थान है वहाँ तक हम डिप्लॉयमेंट कर देंगे.
चलिए सर, आप पिछले 13 दिन से मेहनत कर रहे हैं जब से पहला पीसीआर कॉल आया, और अभी भी आपको आगे भी काफ़ी सारा काम करना है. सो दिस वाज IG Garwal Rain speaking to CNN News 18, where you heard that yes, once the rescue operations happen, an entire green corridor will be built to make sure that there is no obstruction whatsoever when these ambulances would be rushing towards Chinyali Sort, where the hospital has been made, in which all these laborers who have been stuck inside for more than 13 days will be given the first aid and would be kept under observation.
"41 workers are trapped at the Silkiara tunnel in Uttarkashi for 12 days and counting, and multiple agencies are at the disposal to rescue all the people who are trapped at the earliest. But we are now joined by one of the member NDMA, Lieutenant General Said Atta Hassan Saab, who's retired. So thank you so much for giving us your time. So my first question to you would be, what exactly is currently happening as we speak at the site where the rescue is underway?
Just as we are speaking, the last of the welding of the pipe, the last pipe which is inside at the moment, which was cut because there had been a bend in that pipe, that welding is going on. The auger which had got unstuck from its seating, that auger has been placed back and rebolted, and quick setting cement has been used to make sure that it is very stable. To my mind, to my information, maybe in a couple of hours, you will start the re-drilling, the making the use of the auger. And the good news for every one of us is that we have made use of a ground-penetrating radar, which shows us across through the soil, through the debris, that there does not seem to be any major obstacle of the kind we encountered yesterday and day before yesterday. So 5 meters, till 5 meters at least it is proven. So this 5 meters should go through quite quickly. My estimate is that it's approximately 15 meters still to reach the other end, the end where the rescue end as such. If we go through this 5 meters quickly, we will have about 10 meters left. The time, of course, cannot be predicted because time will be taken to also do welding of the pipes, etc. And I hope that there is no more bending of the pipes, because if there's a bending of the pipes again, the pipes will have to be cut and re-welded again. So this is all taking a little time. But meantime, the more important thing is that the state of the workers has improved tremendously. Communication with them, much better logistics, and their overall sustainability has increased. They're all in a state of enthusiasm to come out quickly. And the means to bring them out have been rehearsed, practiced. And outside, once they come out, all the networks required to make sure that they are quickly taken to the medical facilities is all in place. So that side, there's nothing to worry. The important thing is that a lot of work is happening in other parts of India from where equipment is still being brought in to just cater for the contingency that we fail in this particular effort that we are making at the moment. We must have alternatives. The government of India cannot rest, or everyone in the government of India is making sure, every ministry, every state government is making sure they put their act together and make available all resources, make available their officials and their talent to bring all this equipment right up to Silkyar and put it on top to ensure that we can reach the workers, just in case we fail in this effort which is going on at the moment.
So also, sir, during the last media briefing, you said that the psycho-socio impact is even which could be seen in those people who are trapped. So what are the things which have been sent inside to ensure that they are very well in peace and composure?
You see, giving fresh food by itself, hot food, which is one of the directions from right from the top that hot food should be delivered, hot fresh food, fruits going inside, medicines, antidepressants, vitamins and things like that. All this is automatic that it has an effect on your psychosocial capability. And then, of course, the thing about remaining in an enclosed space for a elongated period of time, that aspect, the psychosocial people who are there are obviously examining and speaking individually to each of the people inside to assess their concern and assess their problems, etc. The fact that some of them have their relatives there and the relatives have been able to speak to them has had a very, very positive impact on them. So I think this usually has a effect in the sense if 10 to 12 people are in a very good state of psychosocial status, it spreads within the group. And the group has already got good leadership. These are hardy people. They are not people who are unknown to each other. They're all known to each other. So good bonding. And that is what makes a difference in the psychosocial domain.
So also there is this question which is going to arise given the number of days which have been spent in the rescue and counting. Can we say that we were not prepared to meet up this particular contingency, and what are the measures which are going to be taken furthermore to avoid the number of days or to avoid this kind of incident, so to say?
See, the apex body for this is the NDMA, which makes policy and does the evaluation, research work, etc. There's also the NIDM, the National Institute of Disaster Management. You have individual state disaster management authorities. There are many institutions within Uttarakhand. You have the Wadia Institute of Geology. You have all the building research institutes in Roorkee. This is going to be again an all-government effort to carry out research and see what are the reasons for why a thing like this can happen in the Himalayas at all, right? I can say for this much that from the NDMA side, we will examine it. We will ask various institutions to come and speak to us. We will have interactions, and we hope to come up with some kind of a report later and some guidelines for the future. Every time a disaster takes place anywhere in the world, the disaster management authorities, their responsibility is to make sure that they learn the lessons, get the guidelines clear, so that that particular thing cannot be repeated. You may find another disaster can take place, but that should not be repeated.
Absolutely, sir. You are talking very well in the right direction that the lessons are to be learned. So last question to you would be, you are advising not to talk about the timeline as to how many number of days are going to be taken for the workers to come out. But what is the maximum number of days which is going to take place? If you can give us any of the ideas.
I told you, it all depends on the methodology being used. This particular approach which is being used at the moment, if everything goes well, no obstacles, etc., maybe the next 48 to 72 hours, or maybe it can extend a little more. It could even go up to 10 days. If you find that we have to go very deliberately and the auger itself is not effective, it can go up to 10 days. Top-down drilling, on the side drilling, etc., may take anything up to 45 days. So the good thing is that at least the capability is built up for sustainability of the workers inside, right? That is the positive side of it. But I don't think it's going to come to that contingency at all. We are very hopeful that everything will work out in the next couple of days.
Thank you so much for giving us your time. So this was Lieutenant General Syed Ada Hussain, member NDMA, who was talking about all the details which are related to the rescue operation which is currently underway at the Silkyara tunnel site in Uttarkashi of Uttarakhand.